Bored and welcome to the InstaSim channel. Today I'm playing a game I never thought I would ever play in my life. Doki Doki Literature Club. I actually got gifted this by a friend of mine from work, and he's been pestering me to play this game for a while, so here it is. I have no idea what to expect from this. I've never played this before, but I have high expectations from a game that tells me that I can't be a child who is easily disturbed. Thankfully I'm not, so that's okay. And also the Steam listing says it's a psychological horror game. So I have high expectations from that as well, because I quite like horror games, just in general. So, what am I going to get myself into? I have no idea. I have no idea what to expect. I have no idea what to expect in terms of it being a series either, so we'll see how it goes. The Steam listing says things like, oh, you need to impress your crush and stuff, and in all fairness, I've not even been able to do anything like that in real life, so let's see how it gets along in this then. Anyway, let's go new game and see where we go. Please enter your name. InstaSim, because there's no way I'm giving it my real name. Oh boy. Hey! Oh dear, I have no idea what is this? I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori. Ah yes, the Japanese name, the sort of anime stuff as well. I'm not into anime personally, so let's see how this goes. The girl is Sayori, my neighbour and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Oh, wait, is she crying or is she laughing? I'm not entirely sure. I overslept again, oh no. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only just... Oh wait, that's me. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Yeah, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean. InstaSim. You know, I was called InstaSim throughout the entire weekend for insomnia, so that's fine. Call me whatever, that's fine. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. No. Don't want to think that, do we? Ever. Fine. You did wait for me, after all. I probably shouldn't give her such a deep voice, really, should I? I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, have you decided on a club to join yet? Nope. Told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. I did. When did I say that? I've never said that in my life. Never have I ever said I would join a club. It's just probably I did in one of our many conversations where I just dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Yeah, okay. Sarah likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I don't do that in my spare time, just to clarify. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialise or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you being a NEET. Becoming a NEET? What the hell is a NEET? Oh dear. I'm not used to the real world. That's true. You trust me, right? Nope. Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises. Never promise anything. That's the important thing. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess. I can promise that much. Oh dearie me. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? I have no idea. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worried so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever. It's over before I even know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club then. Oh dear. Go away! Sayori must have come into the classroom where I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I thought you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. I'm not. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. No. How about no? There's no way I'm going to your club. Yes, I preemptively suggested that I'm not going. Beanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. That is true, actually. I don't have that much interest in... Well, let's say it this way. I'm not very interested in the GCSE literature, English literature. I didn't do very well in that, so we'll keep it at that, though. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much? Oh, dear. Kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes. Okay, we have to go for the cupcakes. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake. We'll have to do things for cupcakes, so come on, cupcakes. Okay? And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I do that quite often though, so it's fine. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Oh dear. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. I don't know why I'm being so suggestive here. Oh, you bought a boy. Hey, I am a guy. Hooray! Oh, thank goodness. Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, what a surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. Oh dear. This club is full of incredibly cute girls, apparently. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Oh dear. Oh, so she's Natsuki, and this is girl number 1, or whatever her name actually is. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I didn't recognise. The small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Okay then. So that's Natsuki, always full of energy. Yes, I can sort of feel that. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Ah, okay, so purple head girl is Yuri. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Oh, God. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. Of course I do. It's great to see you again. Monika smiles sweetly. Oh dear. We do know each other, but we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic. basically completely out of my league. Yep, sounds about right. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down in Instasim. I guess I've chosen it now. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them, I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Oh dear. How about I make some tea? I am sold. As long as it's Yorkshire tea, it's fine. But I am sold. Look, we've got tea now, okay? Cupcakes is one thing, but tea is completely something else, okay? But it has to be Yorkshire tea. If it's not Yorkshire tea, I'm sorry, but I'm not joining this club, okay? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Siri mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over the corner of the room when Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! What? Natsuki lifts a foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The biscuits are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Yeah, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, and then I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking at the best for the best angle to bite. There you go. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavour. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. I haven't tasted anything, but okay. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did, so you already said. Well, maybe. But not for you, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? You know it. She said it. But she knows it. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. You're just trying to impress you. Well, impressed I am. Tea is always a winner for me. If someone just came to my front door and just gave me a tray full of tea, I would just take the tea. Yeah, that's just it, basically. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be pastime. Unacceptable! Oh wait, no, he does enjoy tea. Okay, calm down. Whew. Tea break time, tea time out. There we go, we're fine. Right. Whew. I nearly had a heart attack then. How can my character not enjoy tea? That's unacceptable. Oh dear, I'm glad. Thankfully, she's happy. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? Nothing really, I was just told about it. I was afraid of this question. Yes, I can just answer the question. Just let me answer the question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home. Right. As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budgets and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. Do our best. And you know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So what kind of things do you like to read? I like Harry Potter, that's what I like to read. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. It decided for me. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you? Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. Favourites using novels but build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Okay. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. I'm genuinely curious if this is just an introduction to the actual game or if there's actually more to it in a minute. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read horror books. I've read a horror book. I definitely grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. If a story makes me think or takes me out to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Why is that? Just Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Oh dear. What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it. And give that back. Fine. Oh, your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Oh dear. Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Oh dear. You write your own poems. Guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. I don't. I can't stand poetry. I don't understand poetry. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Yeah, she's not going to. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Oh no, that's a terrible idea. And next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right? Might as well. Yeah, Monika smells warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of the joining club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind in the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sorry, may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at and I lose my train of thought. Look at all their faces, they're just mad. They're just angry now. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. I'm sorry, I thought... You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. Oh no. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? Well, that is if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. There we go, we're joining. We've made the decision. One by one, the girls' eyes lighten up. Yay! Sorry, wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. You really did scare me for a moment. Hey, I can write horror. You see, that's a horror story in and of itself. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Oh dear. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Oh dear. Okay, I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment, write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. I look forward to see how you express yourself. Oh dear, can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up the food. Since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? Might as well. Sarah and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Yeah, I even predicted what I was going to say there. Okay. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Would I really be happy spending every day after school at the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of them. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favourite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay, well, we're gonna go into doing that at the in the next episode. Because I think that was pretty much the introduction there, which took 25 minutes for some reason. I wasn't expecting the introduction to take quite that long, but that's the introduction to Doki Doki Literature Club. So in the next episode we're going to try and write a poem. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to go, because poetry for me is practically a completely different language. So yeah, anyway. So thank you all so much for watching this episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. I know there wasn't really all that much in this episode, but in the next episode we're going to start writing a poem and see where we get to from there. So be sure to tune into that one. We'll see how it goes. Right, so thank you all so much for watching this episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. That'll me a lot, and you'll get more videos like this. Also, don't forget to like my Facebook page on Twitter and on Twitch. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video. But until then, goodbye.